My name is James Christopher. I'm the president and director for TWITCHY DOLPHIN FLIX out of Austin, Texas. Graduated from UT Film with desire to make movies and no desire to move to LA. So we just basically started our own production company down there. We shoot 2 features a year and several shorts, and glad to be here. The minute you decide to become an independent filmmaker and not get a job in film, but the difference you have to do it because you don't have any other choice but to do anything else. I think if you do it because you feel like this is your quick ticket to get out of your socioeconomic status, then that's just the wrong answer, and you'll end up broke, poor, and miserable. I'm broke and poor, but I'm very happy because I'm getting to do what we do. We shoot on 70s, and we take the HVX and put a lens adapter on it, and we make very beautiful movies that have been relatively successful. And I think you have to do it because you really want to do it and not because you think it's your lottery ticket. It's sad when you wrap too, because you think you're never going to have that exact same experience. Even if you bring the same cast and crew back, which I do a lot, it's never going to be, we shot a movie called Where Bitches. Yeah, I made a movie called Where Bitches. And, it was beautiful weather. It was Austin in March until the night we were supposed to wrap, and it went to 28 degrees, and we were dressed like it was Austin in March. And it was the most miserable and most fun that I think we'd ever had because it was miserable, but we stuck through it, and we made a pretty decent short out of it. So, yeah, it has to be self-intrinsic. The whole digital streaming thing is changing stuff. Like there's a ubfilm.com is very new. It's about to launch that is distributing one of our films. I mean, it does. There's possibilities, and then there's chunking. The thing is really throwing a bunch of money at film festivals and hoping you get the opportunity to meet the person that you need to be able to meet to help move that along. I was an NCO in the Army before I had a midlife crisis and became an independent filmmaker. Team is very important, and we book it. We do the party at the end, and what we'll actually do, something I read Chris Nolan does, is that he brings everybody together, and I try to watch a movie that will remind him of what we're trying to do, and we throw a big barbecue, and we really get people fired up and motivated, and then it carries over, and people out there, they're out there as much for the project, but they're out there for each other as well. I mean, everybody's, you have talent that complain. We talk about keeping talent happy. I'm cold. Well, you know who else is cold? The guy that's been out here for 3 hours carrying stuff. He's cold too. So let's all just be cold together and move forward.
And he doesn't get to go back to his trailer for in between subs.
We can't afford trailers. He doesn't get to go back to my pickup truck. Did you have a question? What I've found is that every actor pretty much needs to be directed differently. I mean, everybody, they need to be directed differently. And so one of the things I always do is our first take is always the actors. Give it to me how you want it. Because I feel like if I direct you for 6 takes and then say the 7th one's yours, whatever their instincts are going to be tainted by what I've told them takes 1 through 6. And I try to let them, they tell you all the things in film school, you don't give result-oriented direction and all that good stuff. But of course, if you're at the 11th hour of a 12-hour day, you might just be louder, please. But I try to let them to figure out what their journey is as a character. I mean, their whole idea, if the script's written well, their character's on a journey, no matter how big or small it is. And we do a lot in rehearsals where our first rehearsal with each actor, it'll be one-on-one, and we'll just sit and we'll talk for an hour and a half about what is your character like, how is your character at this point, and at this point, and this point. So hopefully by that point, they know their character as well as I do, and so then whatever they can find intrinsically, they'll bring that to the script. And a lot of times you'll get something that you didn't expect, and that is so much better than what you would have wanted. So I think it's really, if you treat an actor like he's a teammate and not as somebody to do what you tell them to do, then I think you're going to get a much better performance.
I agree with you completely. It's you hire the actors because you like them. They did a good read. They had chemistry with actor A, actor B, actor C. These folks are professionals. They chose this as their passion also. And like you want to surround yourself with a good DP, you want to surround yourself with good actors also.
It's such a delicate balance, just directing, period, because you have to have the ego to know that I'm directing this film and this is my vision. And you have to figure out a way to not communicate that ego so that way you get the best out of all the other people that you need putting all their, you need an actor to put in his best. And of course, to some degree, an actor is going to be selfish, and he should be, because his care, his concern is his character, maybe not necessarily the vision or the story as a whole. And so you have to figure out, how do I get all of that energy and all of that work and all that dedication going in the direction that I have everybody else going, so that way at the end of the day, what you get is the vision that you started out trying to accomplish. And it can be very, like I said, people, I had an actor that needed to know he almost got it. Like if he felt like he was where I needed him to be, his acting would tank. But if he felt like he almost got there, and it was like that little carrot that I had, I mean, it is manipulative, and it sounds mean and kind of sadistically fun, but that's what you have to do sometimes.